Welcome to The Real Simon Says. My name is Simon, and today we will be watching a video of a lady who got laid off a year ago from her tech job, found a job, and then just got recently laid off 6 months ago. If you're new to my channel, please make sure you like, you share, you subscribe, and you click the notification bell.
A little over 6 months since starting my new job, and I'm in the exact same spot, laid off. Again, I did not expect to lose my job this year. It was not on the bingo card, but I guess it actually was. I just didn't know it yet. Even though this was not my first time going through this, it honestly never gets easier any time. The day before, I noticed a meeting scheduled on my calendar with my manager the next morning. I honestly thought nothing of it until I did a little digging and realized HR had a meeting at the exact same time. I woke up the next morning to check my PTO request for time off, and I saw it was all zeroed out. And as soon as I saw that, I just knew. I then realized my morning was not going to go as planned.
She was laid off a year ago, and she finally found a job 6 months later, and now she found out that she's about to get laid off again. So many people in the tech sector, they're being beat up, especially with the layoff. I remember when they used to tell me, working in the tech market, in the tech industry, it's a more secure job because it's in high demand. The pay is really well. They have great benefit, and so many people started to pursue that field. But now, when you look at how much people are being laid off in tech sector, it kind of makes you think like, wow, what industry out there is really safe? Seems like there's no safe industry for a lot of people, because if you go to retail is also laying off a lot of people. If you go to the tech industry, tech is laying off a lot of people. If you go to transportation is laying off a lot of people. And if you go to any other industry, automobile industry is laying off a lot of people. And this is shocking for so many people, because company like Meta, the parent company of Facebook, company like Apple, they're all announcing that they plan on shrinking their workload because they want to cut their cost. They want to cut their cost or make things more efficient.
Talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Bye. Okay, what's the story?
I know, I got like the short end of the stick, and then I also got,
I wonder if she already knew about this, or there were information being linked out to all the workers. Because in cases like this, you see a lot of people, they will probably already receive news about it, and they'll probably be prepared. Because if you work in industries such as tech, I'm pretty sure there was rumor that was going around throughout the workforce. And the fact that she looked at her PTO and it all turned zero, that should have been a message that she probably should have known ahead of time. Because if that was me, and I just got laid off a year ago, and I'm back to working the same type of job, I'm gonna keep my eye open to make sure that everything that's happening, I'm aware. Because there's always rumor that circulate around workers, around manager, around supervisor, that there could potentially be a layoff that's coming. And if I was her, I think I would be probably more aware of that, especially getting rid of all my PTO, use it as much as possible, and just prepare myself for what to come next.
it sucks.
Yeah, it really sucks.
So it's been around 2 months since I lost my job. Somehow I think the tech market might be worse than when I looked last year. I didn't even know that was possible. Tech used to be the industry everyone wanted to be in. High growth, cool projects, good pay. Now, you're lucky if you don't go through a layoff at least once. It just doesn't feel like a stable place to be anymore. This has happened more times than I wanted to. I'm applying to jobs. I've had a few interviews. I've seen roles posted, taken down, reposted again and again and again. With all the layoffs and how hiring seems to be, it honestly makes me wonder, are companies even hiring?
Company really hiring? There are some that's hiring for higher skills, but there's other that are choosing not to hire because they're either innovating or adapting, or they're just changing their whole system, especially when it comes to workers. Because a lot of tech company, they're taking the chance to either export their workforce outside the United States. Because for them, they will prefer to have a foreigner, let's say in places like India, they're paying maybe $20,000 or even $10,000 to do the same amount of work that an American worker would get paid. Because an American worker, if I'm not mistaken, get paid maybe 60, 70, even $100,000. What's the point of me paying this person this much money where they're going to complain about benefit? They're going to complain about breaks. They're going to complain about working too much and things like that, when I can just go overseas and just have the same type of engineering, the same type of tech worker that most likely won't complain about things that's going on, and the government over there will not probably even care about the treatment and the work condition that we will be putting them into. So it makes sense for the company. And on top of that, many companies are choosing to basically automate, meaning they're going to try to implement artificial intelligence into their system. They're going to implement artificial intelligence into their software. With ChatGPT and even robotic, most companies are choosing robotic instead of human because they understand that robots and even AI, they can work 24 hours. Us human, we cannot do that. We cannot work for 24 hours. We'll complain. We will, basically just take breaks and things like that. So for company, it does make sense for them to try to innovate, for them to basically try to take a different step because they say they're trying to be more efficient. They're trying to profit, and the best way for them is basically to cut the costs. And cutting the cost means laying off a lot of people, which is an unfortunate situation, especially for this young lady.
Anyone else going through something similar, continue to stay strong, apply to jobs. It will happen, but it might take time. And you're honestly not alone.
It's always an unfortunate situation seeing someone like this being laid off. It seems like she's really passionate about her field, especially in the tech field. But the thing is, you should also understand in this type of situation, what are you going to do next? She should take this as a fuel to be able to, carve her own path. Either she can try to basically work harder where she find a different job, or try to go into a different domain, or try to go into a different field. She should probably try to explore working in health, because it seems like the health sector is probably a little bit more stable than the tech industry right now. Or she can try to maybe pursue becoming her own boss, working or starting a startup in tech. I'm pretty sure she's skilled in probably designing apps or, coding and things like that. If she really put her mind into it, she can probably come up with the idea to pursue a business or certain other things that can probably help her in the future.